In a world facing increasing uncertainties, securing a reliable food supply has never been more critical. The importance of food security cannot be overstated, as it forms the backbone of human survival and well-being. Recent global events, including natural disasters, economic disruptions, and pandemics, have highlighted the vulnerabilities in our food systems, making it essential for individuals and communities to prepare for potential shortages and emergencies. One proactive approach to safeguarding against these uncertainties is the creation of a 6-month stockpile of essential food items. This strategy is not about succumbing to fear, but rather taking a responsible step towards ensuring that our basic needs are met during unforeseen crises. A well-thought-out stockpile can offer peace of mind, providing a buffer that allows us to weather disruptions in food supply without compromising our health and nutrition. Building a 6-month food stockpile requires careful planning and consideration of various factors, including nutritional needs, storage conditions, and sustainability. By prioritizing a diverse range of non-perishable foods, individuals can create a balanced and robust reserve that supports long-term survival. Ultimately, the race against time to stockpile food is a pursuit of resilience and preparedness, empowering us to face an uncertain future with confidence and security. 1. Assessing your needs. When embarking on the mission to stockpile 6 months' worth of food for survival, the first crucial step involves assessing your needs. This foundational phase will ensure that you gather not just a sufficient quantity of food, but also the right types of food that cater to everyone's specific dietary requirements. To begin with, calculating your daily caloric intake is paramount. An average adult requires approximately 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day, depending on factors such as age, gender, weight, height, and physical activity level. For instance, a sedentary adult might need fewer calories compared to someone who is physically active. Thus, having an accurate understanding of each individual's caloric requirement in your household will help form the basis of your stockpiling strategy. It is also beneficial to overestimate slightly to cover unexpected situations like increased physical exertion or additional members joining your group unexpectedly. Another significant aspect to consider while assessing your needs is dietary restrictions and preferences. In today's diverse households, it is common to encounter a range of dietary requirements, whether due to food allergies, intolerances, medical conditions, or personal choices such as vegetarianism or veganism. It's essential to ensure that your stockpile includes alternatives for commonly restricted foods. For example, if someone is lactose intolerant, aim to include lactose-free milk or plant-based milk alternatives in your supplies. Similarly, for those with gluten intolerance, stock up on gluten-free grains and flours. Neglecting these aspects could not only render your stockpile insufficient, but also lead to considerable health issues during those crucial 6 months. Moreover, closely related to caloric intake and dietary restrictions is the estimation of the required volume of food. This involves not only ensuring the correct number of calories and type of foods, but also considering the storage space available. Think about the shelf life of various food items and prioritize non-perishable goods that can last for extended periods without refrigeration. Foods such as canned vegetables and fruits, dried legumes, grains like rice and pasta, and other dried or canned proteins like beans and tuna can serve as staples. Additionally, consider incorporating dehydrated or freeze-dried foods that can be easily reconstituted. These items often have an exceptionally long shelf life and can provide diverse meal options. While planning for volume, it is also useful to consider the packaging and weight of the items. Ensuring that your food has airtight containers or vacuum-sealed packaging can help prevent spoilage and pest infestation. Organize your storage area in such a way that the heaviest items are not placed on top of lighter ones to avoid damage. This kind of meticulous organization will maximize storage efficiency and facilitate easier inventory checks. Alongside the quantity and diversity of the food, also reflect on preparing balanced meals that can be realistically assembled from your stored items. Stock some necessary condiments and spices. They can be game changers in breaking the monotony of repetitive meals. Including multivitamins and supplements could also be a wise decision to ensure that nutritional gaps are filled, especially when fresh produce is scarce. This detailed assessment phase also opens up the opportunity to perform a dry run. Try living off your stored food for a week or two to determine if your stockpile genuinely meets the caloric and dietary requirements of everyone involved. This practice can highlight any deficiencies or oversights and give you the chance to correct them well before a real crisis hits. Lastly, don't neglect the psychological aspect of food consumption, especially during stressful times such as emergencies. Including some comfort foods and treats, though not necessarily high in nutritional value, can significantly boost morale. Simple pleasures like chocolate, coffee, or tea can have a considerable impact on your mental health. 2. Choosing the right foods. When preparing for an extended period of survival, such as stockpiling 6 months' worth of food, choosing the right types of foods is crucial. One primary consideration is selecting non-perishable food items. Non-perishable foods have the advantage of a long shelf life and do not require refrigeration, which is vital during power outages or when access to fresh food is limited. Examples of non-perishable items include canned vegetables, fruits, beans, meat, and fish. These canned goods are rich in essential nutrients and calories, ensuring that your diet remains balanced over a long period. Another factor to consider is the nutrient density of the foods you choose. Nutrient-dense foods provide a high amount of vitamins, minerals, and other essential nutrients relative to the number of calories they contain. This quality is significant when each meal must count towards maintaining good health and energy levels. Whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, and rolled oats are excellent choices due to their high fiber content and essential nutrients. Additionally, nuts, seeds, and dried fruits offer a wealth of vitamins and minerals. These items can be easily stored and consumed as snacks or incorporated into meals to boost their nutritional value. Having a variety of long shelf life products in your stockpile is also indispensable. While it is easy to gravitate towards foods that last the longest, it is essential to maintain variety to prevent diet monotony. Eating the same foods repeatedly can lead to a lack of interest in meals and even nutritional deficiencies. Freeze-dried and dehydrated foods are excellent options as they can significantly extend the shelf life of many items while preserving their nutritional value. Powdered milk, dehydrated vegetables, and freeze-dried fruits can be rehydrated and used in various recipes, providing both versatility and nutrition. In addition to nutritional content, consider the practicality of cooking and preparing these foods. In a survival scenario, access to cooking facilities, power sources, or even clean water may be limited. Hence, it is prudent to stockpile foods that require minimal preparation. Ready-to-eat meals, meal replacement bars, and high-energy snacks can be lifesavers when cooking is not feasible. Instant noodles, packaged soups, and pre-cooked rice can be prepared with just boiling water, making them convenient options. Planning for dietary restrictions and allergies is another critical component. If you or any of your family members have specific dietary needs, ensure that your stockpile includes alternatives that align with these requirements. Gluten-free grains, lactose-free milk powders, and plant-based protein sources can ensure that everyone's dietary needs are considered. This step will prevent severe health complications arising from the consumption of allergenic or non-compatible foods. Incorporating bulk staples like flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, and cooking oil is also beneficial. These staples can be used in multiple recipes, allowing you to bake bread, make pancakes, and prepare various other essential meals. The versatility of staple ingredients can significantly enhance your ability to create different meals, ensuring that you have options that cater to all tastes and preferences. Lastly, don't forget about the comfort foods and treats. In a survival situation, morale can take a dip, and having a few comfort items like chocolate, coffee, tea, or candy can greatly lift spirits. While these items may not be nutritionally essential, their psychological benefits should not be overlooked, especially over an extended period. By carefully choosing non-perishable, nutrient-dense, varied, practical, and allergy-compatible foods, you lay down a robust foundation for your 6-month survival stockpile. This methodical approach not only ensures the physical well-being of you and your family, but also contributes to emotional stability and overall morale during challenging times. 3. Storage solutions. To ensure the longevity and efficacy of your 6-month food stockpile, implementing optimal storage solutions is crucial. First and foremost, consider the storage conditions that your food will be subjected to. Maintaining a consistent temperature is vital, as fluctuations can compromise the integrity of the stored items. Aim to store your food supplies in a cool environment, ideally between 50 deg to 70 deg, 10 deg to 21 deg. Excessive heat can accelerate the degradation process, particularly for items like canned goods and dehydrated foods. Similarly, freezing temperatures can cause liquids to expand and containers to burst, rendering the food unsafe. Humidity is another significant factor to manage. High humidity levels can promote the growth of mold, mildew, and bacteria, which can spoil your food reserves. It's essential to store your food in a dry location with relative humidity levels below 15%. Using dehumidifiers can help achieve and maintain this environment. Additionally, avoid storing food directly on the floor, especially concrete floors which tend to attract moisture. Elevating your supplies on shelves or pallets can improve air circulation and further protect your stash from moisture-related issues. The type of containers you use for long-term storage also plays a pivotal role in the preservation of your food. Not all containers are created equal, and selecting the right ones can make a significant difference. Mylar bags, for example, are excellent for storing dry goods such as rice, beans, and pasta. These bags are made from a durable, moisture-resistant material that provides an excellent barrier against light and air. When combined with oxygen absorbers, Mylar bags can extend the shelf life of food for several years. Food-grade plastic buckets are another popular option for long-term storage, particularly when paired with Mylar bags. These buckets are sturdy, stackable, and provide an added layer of protection against pests. Ensure that the plastic is BPA-free to prevent any harmful chemicals from leaching into your food. For liquid items, glass jars with airtight seals are highly recommended. Glass provides a non-reactive surface that preserves the taste and nutritional value of the contents. Mason jars work exceptionally well for canned fruits, vegetables, and homemade preserves. Organizing and labeling your stockpile is equally important. Proper labeling can prevent confusion and wastage. Each container should be labeled with the contents, the date of packaging, and the estimated expiration date. This practice will help you implement a first-in, first-out system, ensuring that older supplies are used before their newer counterparts. Regularly rotating your food stock is essential to maintain a fresh and usable inventory. Organization goes beyond just labeling. Categorize your supplies in a manner that suits your retrieval needs. Group similar items together, canned goods in one section, grains and legumes in another, and so forth. This not only makes it easier to find what you need, but also helps in monitoring your stock levels efficiently. Consider creating an inventory list, either digitally or on paper, to keep track of what you have and what needs replenishing. In addition to these strategies, consider the storage area's accessibility and security. Your food storage should be easily accessible, yet secure enough to deter pests and unauthorized access. Inspect your storage area regularly for signs of infestation. Rodents and insects can cause substantial damage to your stockpile if left unchecked. Use traps, baits, and natural deterrents as necessary to keep these unwelcome visitors at bay. Finally, be mindful of the structural integrity of your storage space. Ensure that shelves are sturdy and capable of supporting the weight of your supplies. The last thing you want is a collapsed shelf, which could ruin a significant portion of your stockpile. For earthquake-prone areas, secure shelves to the walls to prevent tipping. 4. Purchasing and budgeting. When preparing to stockpile 6 months' worth of food for survival, purchasing and budgeting become critical components that can make or break your plan. Firstly, it's essential to weigh the benefits of buying in bulk versus incremental purchasing. Buying in bulk can significantly reduce costs per unit, making it an attractive option for non-perishable and long shelf life items such as rice, beans, canned goods, and dried pasta. Large wholesale retailers often offer substantial discounts for bulk purchases, making this approach cost-effective for those with adequate storage space. However, the downside to bulk buying lies in the initial financial outlay and storage requirements. You may have to invest a sizable amount up front, which can strain your budget temporarily. Additionally, adequate storage conditions are crucial to avoid spoilage, particularly for items sensitive to humidity and temperature fluctuations. For families or individuals with limited storage space or budgets, incremental purchasing might be more viable. This method allows you to spread the cost over a longer period, gradually building your stockpile without causing undue financial stress. Weekly or bi-weekly shopping trips can help diversify your inventory and ensure a steady accumulation of essentials. Cost-effective shopping strategies are indispensable when you're focused on building a large food reserve. To begin with, always scout for sales and discounts, such as buy one get one free offers or clearance sales for items nearing their expiration dates but still safe for consumption for months to come. Utilizing coupons and store reward programs can also accumulate substantial savings over time. Don't shy away from shopping at discount stores, which often carry generic brands and bulk items at lower prices compared to mainstream retailers. Generic or store brands can be just as nutritious and effective for long-term storage, at a fraction of the cost of name brands. Another strategic approach involves price matching and bulk buying cooperatives. Some retailers offer price matching policies that allow you to purchase items at a competitor's lower price, bringing down costs significantly. Forming or joining bulk buying cooperatives with friends, family, or community members can also amplify purchasing power and share costs and resources, making the process more manageable and affordable for everyone involved. One cannot overstate the importance of considering expiration dates in the stockpiling process. Properly managing expiration dates is crucial to avoid waste and ensure you have a usable inventory when emergencies strike. Begin by understanding the difference between best by, sell by, and use by dates. Many non-perishables are safe to consume well after their best by date, though their taste and nutritional value may decline slightly. Arrange your stockpile using the FIFO first in, first out method, meaning older items are used first while newer items are stored behind them. This practice helps ensure that nothing goes to waste and keeps your stockpile fresh and efficient. Regarding perishables and semi-perishables, it's vital to have a rotation plan. Keep a regular check on your food reserves, noting the expiration dates and planning meals around those items that are nearing their end of shelf life. This rotation ensures that nothing goes unused and that your stockpile remains as fresh as possible. Additionally, consider investing in preservation methods, such as vacuum sealing and dehydrating, to prolong the shelf life of various foods. These methods can minimize the risk of spoilage and maintain the nutritional value of your stockpile over extended periods. Incorporating diverse food items into your stockpile is another crucial aspect. While it might be tempting to buy vast quantities of a few staple items, diversification is key to maintaining a balanced diet and ensuring you don't suffer from nutritional deficiencies over the long term. Include a mix of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Canned vegetables, fruits and meats, dehydrated soup, cereals, nuts, and seeds can all be part of a well-rounded stockpile. Having a variety of food items also helps to combat food fatigue, ensuring you remain mentally and physically healthy during the consumption period. 5. Meal planning. When it comes to preparing for an extended period of survival, creating a balanced meal plan is pivotal to ensure nutritional adequacy and sustainability. A well-thought-out meal plan not only makes your stockpiling efforts more efficient, but also ensures that you have a variety of foods to prevent menu fatigue and maintain morale. Balanced meals must include an appropriate mix of macronutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and essential micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals to keep you and your loved ones healthy during a prolonged abundant emergency. Firstly, your meal plan should be based on foods that have a long shelf life and can be easily stored. Canned goods, dried foods, and items like rice, beans, and pasta are excellent staples that can make up the core of your diet. Including a variety of these foods in your plan will help meet your energy requirements, while also providing essential nutrients. For proteins, consider canned meats, dried beans, nuts, and peanut butter. Dairy needs can be supplemented with powdered milk and shelf-stable cheese products. Fruits and vegetables can be incorporated through canned or dehydrated options, ensuring you have access to vital vitamins and fiber. In addition to creating a meal plan, it is essential to focus on rotating stock to maintain freshness. This involves organizing your food storage in such a way that older items are used first while newer stock is placed at the back. This practice, often referred to as first in, first out FIFO, will help prevent food waste and ensure that your meals are prepared with the freshest ingredients available. Regularly checking expiration dates and using labeled containers can further aid in maintaining an efficient rotation system. To make your meal plan more practical and enjoyable, it is beneficial to have a collection of recipes that are tailored to the ingredients you have stored. These recipes should be simple to prepare with minimal cooking equipment and should take into account any dietary restrictions or preferences. For instance, a hearty bean stew with canned tomatoes and spices can be a warming and nutritious option. Similarly, a pasta dish with canned vegetables and cheese can be both comforting and satisfying. These recipes will not only ensure that you can prepare tasty meals under challenging circumstances, but also help you use your stock effectively. Having a variety of recipes on hand also allows for flexibility when certain ingredients might become scarce. Familiarity with different cooking methods such as baking, boiling, and even no-cook options can be particularly helpful. Moreover, cooking from scratch can become a functional aspect of your daily routine, providing structure and a sense of normalcy during uncertain times. Furthermore, meal planning should consider the caloric and nutritional needs of all family members. Children, adults, and the elderly have different requirements and must be taken into account. For example, children need more calories and nutrients per pound of body weight compared to adults due to their rapid growth and development. Pregnant or breastfeeding women have higher nutritional needs, requiring increased calorie intake as well as specific nutrients such as folic acid, iron, and calcium. Therefore, it is necessary to adjust portions and ingredient choices accordingly. Maintaining hydration is also an essential part of meal planning. Ensure you have a reliable source of clean water for drinking as well as cooking. Stockpiling sufficient quantities of bottled water, water purification tablets, or even having a water filtration system in place can safeguard against water shortages. Remember that some foods, especially those that are dried, will require water to rehydrate and cook. Lastly, psychological well-being must not be overlooked in your meal plan. During times of crisis, the routine of preparing and sharing a meal can be comforting and offer a sense of normalcy. Including some comfort foods or treats like chocolate, sweets, or coffee can provide solace and keep spirits high. 6. Mindful consumption. Mindful consumption is a vital component of stockpiling food, especially when preparing for an extended period like 6 months. The focus here is on efficiently utilizing all stored provisions, ensuring minimal waste and maximum nutrient intake. It's not just about gathering food, but making sure every morsel counts, maintaining a balance that sustains both health and supplies over time. One effective strategy to avoid food waste is planning meals around your stored goods. It's essential to periodically assess your stocks, identifying items close to their expiration dates, and crafting meals that incorporate these ingredients. This practice, often referred to as first in, first out, helps to ensure that older supplies are used before they spoil, thus preventing waste. Additionally, keeping a detailed inventory list of your stored food and regularly updating it can provide a visual guide that assists in meal planning and management. Incorporating stored food into daily meals requires creativity and flexibility. It's easy to fall into a routine of fresh produce and regular grocery runs, but in the context of survival preparation, making a habit of including stored food in your daily diet is crucial. This approach not only helps maintain the freshness of your stock, but also familiarizes you and your family with the stored items, ensuring that recipes can be adjusted to accommodate what is available. For instance, dried beans or canned vegetables can be substituted for their fresh counterparts in many dishes. Experimenting with recipes now will make the transition smoother if fresh food becomes scarce. Furthermore, mindful consumption extends to monitoring and adjusting stock levels. Regular review of your food inventory, perhaps on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, helps to identify trends in use and potential shortages in specific categories of food. This proactive approach allows you to adjust your buying and storing patterns, ensuring a balanced stock that meets dietary needs over the long term. For instance, if you notice you're using up canned proteins faster than anticipated, you can replenish these supplies before they run out. Moreover, considering portion control is another aspect of mindful consumption. Be mindful of the amount of food being prepared and consumed during meals. Large portions can lead to unnecessary waste, especially if leftovers are not used effectively. Serving smaller portions can mitigate waste, and leftovers can be creatively transformed into new meals, extending their usefulness. For example, leftover roast chicken can be turned into a hearty soup or mixed into a stir-fry with some stored vegetables. Mindful consumption also means being aware of nutritional needs and ensuring your meals are balanced. While stockpiled food often includes a lot of non-perishable items, it's crucial to ensure a variety that provides all necessary nutrients. This might mean including a mix of canned goods, dried items, and even dehydrated fruits and vegetables to ensure a balanced intake of proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Supplements can also be considered to fill any nutritional gaps that might arise from a diet relying heavily on non-perishable foods. Another valuable practice in mindful consumption is preserving fresh foods to extend their shelf life, which can be a significant advantage in an extensive stockpiling plan. Techniques such as canning, freezing, and dehydrating can be employed to convert fresh produce into long-lasting pantry staples. These methods retain the nutritional value of fresh foods and provide a diversified diet in survival scenarios. In summary, the peace of mind that comes with preparedness cannot be overstated. By taking proactive steps to stockpile 6 months' worth of food, you are shielding yourself and your loved ones from potential crises that can arise unexpectedly. The investment made today in securing a stable and nutritious food supply will pay dividends in times of need, providing not just sustenance but also a sense of security and control in uncertain circumstances. We encourage you to start stockpiling today, as every effort made towards preparedness contributes to a more resilient and self-reliant future. From non-perishable items to homegrown produce, the variety and planning involved in creating this stockpile can be tailored to suit your dietary and personal preferences. Each addition to your stockpile is a step towards ensuring that you are well prepared for any eventuality, and that you maintain your well-being and peace of mind no matter what challenges you face.